Today we are starting with our next topic, that is Mayer's relation. Okay, yeah. So for Mayer's relation, we will consider 1 mole of an ideal gas. Okay. Now here let dQ be the amount of heat given to the system to raise the temperature by dT amount. Okay. So dQ is given to increase the temperature by dT. So that change in internal energy we will consider as dU. Okay. So according to first law of thermodynamics, dQ will be equal to du plus P dV. This is internal energy, this is work done, this is amount of heat given. Okay. Now here, suppose we consider for 1 mole of substance, we consider for 1 mole of gas, suppose we consider volume is constant. So change in volume will be 0. So if you are putting change in volume as 0, your equation 1 will become dQ is equal to du. Okay. Now here, for constant volume, we can define molar specific heat at constant volume. Okay, as we consider 1 mole of gas at constant volume, we will define molar specific heat Cv at constant volume. So Cv will be equal to dQ upon dt at constant volume. This is from the definition of molar specific heat at constant volume. Okay. Now here, dQ, if you are writing, dQ will be equal to Cv into dt. Okay. So dQ we can write here Cv into dt. So here dQ we can write, so dQ is equal to du, which is equal to Cv dt. Now here, suppose we consider 1 mole of gas at constant pressure. So Cp we can define, that is molar specific heat at constant pressure. So Cp will be dQ upon dt at constant pressure P. Again here dQ, if you are defining, dQ will be equal to Cp into dt. This dt will get multiplied here, so Cp dt. Now here, this dQ we can put as Cp dt here. So this dQ we are putting as Cp dt. So dQ is equal to Cp dt, and this which is equal to du plus P dV. So we are writing as du plus P dV. And this du we will put it as Cv dt as we consider according to the definition of molar specific heat at constant volume. Okay. So dQ is equal to Cp dt. Okay. This is equal to Cu du plus P dV. This du we are putting as Cv dt. So our equation will become Cp dt equal to Cv dt plus P dV. Okay. Now here, you can here apply ideal gas equation for 1 mole, that is Pv is equal to RT, N we will consider as 1. So if we consider change in volume, there will be change in temperature. This R will be constant, that is gas constant. So P dV will be equal to R dt. So instead of this P dV, we can write R dt. Okay. So Cp dt is equal to Cv dt plus R dt. Okay. So we are putting this as R dt. What next we will do? We will shift this Cv dt to the other side and take dt constant. So Cp minus Cv, dt is constant. This is equal to R dt. dt we can cancel from both sides. So Cp minus Cv will be equal to R, that is molar specific heat at constant pressure, minus molar specific heat at constant volume, is equal to gas constant. So this equation is known as Mayer's relation. Okay. Question can be asked to you to derive the Mayer's relation, that is Cp minus Cv equal to R. Okay, so this is the derivation. Next, now we will consider here degree of freedom. What is degree of freedom? Degree of freedom is nothing but the independent coordinate, okay, which we require to locate the atom of gas. Okay, or you can write it as number of independent ways in which atom or molecule can absorb or release or store the energy. Okay, mostly we will count here in simple way, we will count number of independent coordinate, okay, that we will require to locate the atom of gas or molecule of gas. So that number we will consider as degree of freedom. Okay, so suppose we consider here monoatomic gas. Okay, for example helium, neon, argon. Any one of these you can consider. We consider here as helium. Okay, monoatomic means it will have only one atom. Okay, so to represent or to locate one atom of gas, suppose we consider here xyz coordinate system, that is rectangular coordinate system. So to locate this one atom of gas, that is gas helium, we will consider here. So we will require three coordinates here, that is x coordinate, y coordinate and z coordinate. Okay, so this independent number of coordinate to locate the helium atom will be actually 3. So this 3 is known as degree of freedom for monoatomic gas. Okay, and this 3, when we consider for rectangular coordinate system, we consider it as translational kinetic, we will consider it as translational degree of freedom. Okay, now here translational kinetic energy, if we consider here, we will show in next topic. Okay, now here for diatomic gas, that is the gas which is having two atoms here. Example, we can consider hydrogen, oxygen or nitrogen. So if we consider here hydrogen, it is having two atoms. Okay, so what we consider here, two atoms of gas joined here, that is dumbbell shaped structure we will consider. Again, to locate these two atoms, we will require three coordinates x, y and z that are known as translational coordinates. Okay, so 3. And actually when you consider this dumbbell shaped structure, we consider it as along x direction, so it can rotate along y or along z. Okay, so you will consider two possible ways in which it is rotating, so that is along y and along z. So you will write two rotational coordinates, that is 2. So total degree of freedom here will be 2 rotational degree of freedom, 3 translational degree of freedom. So total here will be 5 degree of freedom for diatomic gas. Okay, when we consider here polyatomic gas, that is greater than 2 atoms you will consider, more than 2 atoms you will consider. Example, H2O, CO2, NH3. Okay, so we can consider here H2O, that is H2O we are considering in gaseous form. Okay, so if you locate here, these are 2 H atom, this is 1 O atom, there is, that is 2 dumbbell shaped structure we will consider. So again 3 translational degree of freedom. Okay, so along XYZ we will consider 3 translational degree of freedom, and possible ways of rotation will be along 3 axes X, Y and Z. So 3 rotational degree of freedom, so there will be 6, total number of degree of freedom will be 6. So 6 degree of freedom for polyatomic gas. Now here, in short, we can consider this table. Okay, what we consider: monoatomic gas, diatomic gas, polyatomic gas. Examples, we consider helium, hydrogen, water. Okay, now here, degree of freedom, if we are writing for monoatomic gas, there is 3 translational degree of freedom and 0 rotational degree of freedom. So total will be 3 degree of freedom. For diatomic, there will be 3 degree of freedom, that is 3 translational degree of freedom, 2 rotational degree of freedom. So total will be 5 degree of freedom. For polyatomic, 3 translational degree of freedom, 3 rotational degree of freedom. So total will be 6 degree of freedom. Okay. So according to this degree of freedom, we can define average kinetic energy per molecule of gas. Okay. So average kinetic energy per molecule of monoatomic gas, we can write it as 3/2 kT. 3 here is nothing but degree of freedom. Similarly, for diatomic gas, if you are defining average kinetic energy per molecule, you can consider here this number is nothing but degree of freedom. So 5/2 kT. Okay, so this 5 is total number of degree of freedom. Polyatomic gas we can write, because we consider as 6, so 6/2 kT. 6/2 you can divide and write 3 kT. Okay, but mostly we are writing 6/2 kT because 1/2 kT is common for all, and this number in numerator will be degree of freedom. Okay, so here it will be 6. Okay, so you can remember this table. Okay, now here, if we consider here degree of freedom, that is depending upon the absolute temperature. Okay, So degree of freedom we consider here at about 300 Kelvin. Okay, so as you change the temperature, degree of freedom will get changed. How it is changing? We will see here. Okay, we will see in next topic. Now here, relation between internal energy and degree of freedom. Okay, so mostly internal energy, if you are defining, internal energy is nothing but we are writing as F by 2 n kT, and this F is nothing but degree of freedom here. This n is number of molecule. Okay, this K is Boltzmann constant. We can write K as R upon Na Avogadro's number, R gas constant. Okay, that is you can write in terms of small n, number of moles, so F by 2 nRT. Okay, so these are two formulas for internal energy in terms of number of molecule, in terms of number of moles. Okay, for that if you are writing here expression for internal energy considering degree of freedom. So for monoatomic, degree of freedom is 3, diatomic total degree of freedom 5, polyatomic 6. So average kinetic energy per molecule we already seen in previous table, that is 3 by 2 kT, 5 by 2 kT, 6 by 2 kT. If you are writing here internal energy, that internal energy will be actually, we can write 3 by 2 RT. This 3 is again degree of freedom, 5 by 2 RT, 5 degree of freedom, 6 by 2 RT, 6 is nothing but degree of freedom. Okay, that is we are following this formula here. Okay, for 1 and we are considering 1, so write here 1 by 2 RT as it is, and this number F is nothing but degree of freedom for the given gas. Okay, so if you apply here Mayer's relation Cp minus Cv equal to R, okay, that is molar specific heat at constant pressure, molar specific heat at constant volume. Okay, so we can consider here ratio of these two specific heat, that is denoted by gamma, that gamma is Cp upon Cv, and this gamma is known as adiabatic exponent or adiabatic constant. So this we will consider here for next topic. Okay, again if we consider here gamma calculation for monoatomic, diatomic and polyatomic gas. So for monoatomic gas, if you are writing average kinetic energy, you can write directly 3 by 2 RT, and instead of writing this you can directly define internal energy. Okay, you can skip this step and you can directly define internal energy. So for monoatomic, if you are defining internal energy, as we already considered here, this you can consider as 3 by 2 RT, as we consider in table already here. If you are writing in terms of gas constant, you can write 3 by 2 RT, or if you are writing here in terms of Boltzmann constant, that will be 3 by 2 kT into Na, that is Avogadro's number, absolute temperature, and this K is Boltzmann constant. But simply we are writing this form, that is in terms of gas constant. Skipping this step, we can directly write internal energy for monoatomic gas. We can write 3 by 2 RT. Okay, from this we can consider here, as we consider 1 mole of gas, so molar specific heat at constant volume, that is Cv will be actually du by dt, and this du, that is we can consider u internal energy as 3 by 2 RT. So d by dt of, instead of u you can put this value 3 by 2 RT. Okay, so 3 by 2 into R, this is constant, you will take only derivative of t, that is variable here. So 3 by 2 RT, that will come out, and d by dt of t you will be taking, that is dt upon dt. So you will cancel here dt upon dt, so we are only getting here 3 by 2 R. This is Cv. According to Mayer's relation, as we already know, Cp minus Cv equal to R. So Cp will be equal to Cv plus R. Okay, so we can write Cp is equal to Cv plus R. This Cv value we already calculated here, 3 by 2 R, and this plus R as it is. So if you are adding these two values, taking LCM, you will write 5 by 2 R. This is Cp. So ratio of specific heat gamma will be equal to Cp upon Cv. So 5 by 2 R divided by 3 by 2 R. Upon 2 you will cancel, capital R you will cancel, our value will be here 5 by 3, that you can write as 1.67 in terms of decimal. Okay, so this is gamma, that is ratio of specific heat for monoatomic gas. Okay, so this calculation can be asked to you. Okay, same if you are repeating for diatomic gas. For diatomic gas, you can directly define internal energy as 5 by 2 RT. Okay, skipping this step, we can directly write 5 by 2 RT as internal energy. Okay, again you will define specific heat at constant volume, that is Cv is equal to du by dt. So d by dt of 5 by 2 RT. Again 5 by 2 R you will take common, dt by dt will become 1. From Mayer's relation we will define Cp. Cp will be equal to Cv plus R. So 5 by 2 R plus R, taking LCM, we will be getting as 7 by 2 R. Okay, so this is 7 by 2 R. Gamma will be equal to Cp upon Cv, that is 7 by 2 R divided by 5 by 2 R. Capital R you will cancel, upon 2 you will cancel, so 7 by 5, that is 1.40. This we consider at low temperature. Okay, now here for diatomic gas, if we consider high temperature, okay, so here degree of freedom we consider as 5, that is 3 translational degree of freedom and 2 rotational degree of freedom. If we consider at high temperature, because at high temperature what will happen, the atoms of gas will get vibrated because of the high temperature value. Okay, so you have to consider vibrational degree of freedom in addition. So in addition to 5 you will consider 2 vibrational degree of freedom. So 5 plus 2, that is total will be 7. So 7 degree of freedom for high temperature. So again we will consider here internal energy as, for high temperature you will consider here 7 degree of freedom. So internal energy will be 7 by 2 RT. If you are defining Cv, du by dt, so d by dt of 7 by 2 RT, 7 by 2 R will be constant, derivative of t only, that is dt by dt. So dt upon dt will get cancelled and only we are getting 7 by 2 R. Again from Mayer's relation, Cp is equal to Cv plus R. Cv is 7 by 2 R plus R. We will solve taking LCM, so 9 by 2 R. So if you are defining here gamma, Cp upon Cv, 9 by 2 R divided by 7 by 2 R. Okay, so we are getting 9 by 7, that is 1.28. If we consider now polyatomic gas here, for polyatomic gas you can directly define here internal energy. But internal energy, when you consider here, you will consider 3 translational degree of freedom, 3 rotational degree of freedom and F amount of vibrational degree of freedom. Okay, so total here will be this 3 by 2 you can consider as, because you will take these values as constant, so we can consider it as 3 by 2. 3 by 2 you will add, you will be getting it as 3. So 3 plus F you will take common. NaKT you can write Na into K as capital R. Okay, so this is 3 plus F RT. Now here Cv will be again here, if you are defining, you will take derivative with respect to temperature T. So du by dt. U here you will consider 3 plus F RT. So if you are taking here derivative with respect to time, 3 plus F into R will be constant, dt by dt you will cancel. Then Cp will equal to Cv plus R. So in this Cv you will add R here. So that will become 4 plus F into R. So gamma will be Cp upon Cv, 4 plus F divided by 3 plus F. Okay, so this is for polyatomic gas. Now here, this is all about topics related to kinetic theory of gas and radiation.